Hi everyone, welcome to the channel where it's all about nursing, travel and lifestyle. I do hope you will enjoy the video that you're about to watch. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Today I will be discussing with you how I transitioned from Jamaica as an international nurse to the United States. If you haven't subscribed as yet, I'm going to have you go ahead and like, share, subscribe, turn your notification bells on. And if you've already done so, just go ahead and share with your friends, leave a comment and leave a like, just so that we can actually build on this platform. So in order for us to actually, as an international nurse, wanting to come to the US and work or go to any, probably any other country to work, there are certain things that you probably would want to ensure that you have, in order to get the process started. Please ensure that you have a valid passport. That's a plus. To work as a nurse or practice as a nurse in the US, you have to have your degree. You have to be licensed to work as a nurse. And in order to become licensed as a nurse, you have to have the educational requirement. That includes an associate degree in nursing or a bachelor's of science in nursing. Once you have that, that's good. 2, ensure that you're licensed in your country. Whichever country you work in, remember, you have to be licensed to practice as a nurse. So you might have a bachelor's of science in nursing, which is just a regular degree, but in order to go into the hospital and work as a nurse, you have to be licensed to take care of those patients. You want to ensure that you have some form of experience. So I understand that there's a lot of time we're quick to jump because, it's hard in one country, but at the end of the day, remember, it's your license. You want to have some level of comfort when you're working as a nurse, especially a new graduate, before transitioning to another country where everything will be like fast paced. Nursing is the same, but remember, your experience in a different country, in my country, is totally different from your experience that you'll have in another country. So you want to ensure that you're comfortable working in the healthcare industry before you decide to go into a first world country to start working as a nurse. Remember, in some third world country as ours, sometimes we kind of do the shortcut, but when you're in a first world industry, there's no shortcut. And even though we were trained in English, for some strange reason, it is a requirement because that will demonstrate your proficiency with the English language. It's not a test that you have to be super concerned about if you speak English. It's just something like some comprehension essay, some simple thing. You've completed your bachelor's of science in nursing, I tell you, you can do that little exam. There's a credentialing body that actually evaluates both your professional and your educational qualifications. That is called CGFNS. And that body, it actually goes and evaluates. They want to ensure that you're in good standing professionally and educationally with your qualifications. There's also going to be a background check. So just ensure that while you're working in your country, just go ahead and make sure there's nothing on your police record that will prevent you from getting into the US or the country of your choice to work, because that can be, harmful for you because you won't be able to meet your goals, whatever opportunity you wanted. Sometimes that will prevent you from getting there. So you can always go ahead and do a background check in your country. You can request one and see if there is anything on your background that will prevent you from getting into the US or the country of your choice. In Jamaica, the background check lasts for 1 year. So FYI, nothing is wrong with going ahead and getting one done early. It's not a must that you have to have a recruiting company, but I will highly recommend, if you are at a point where you're not so sure how to maneuver, the different steps into getting into the US, I would say get a recruiting company and they can assist you with that. I use Avant Healthcare Professional. They're based in Florida, but they're very, very good. There's also MedPro and O'Grady. You can go through, read on all of the companies and see which of them best suit you. In 2013, 2014, thereabout, I was doing my emergency certification program, and at that time I heard a lot of persons were signing up with different companies. There is MedPro, you have O'Grady, and you have Avant Healthcare Professionals. I tell you, my experience was with Avant Healthcare Professionals, and I will give them 10 out of 10 any day, regardless of what people say. Yes, the money wasn't that much, but the process that we use or they use to get me into the US, whatever they say on paper is exactly what happened. You know, I will tell you in another video about my experience with them. But if you can find a recruiting company that will help you to get into the US, that's a plus. Because I tell you, when I started the process in 2013, 2014, thereabout, I started looking up how to get into New York to do the exam. It was a little, you know, disheartening because you're trying to get out of the country because you have certain goals that you want to meet. But at the same time, trying to start the process to get an exam where you can actually work in the emergency room or work in a hospital as a licensed nurse is difficult because you don't have anybody to help you and comb through, you know, those little nitty-gritty areas that you have to go through to get your license done. So if you can find a recruiting company, that will be very beneficial to you because the recruiting company, they already have different departments that deal with different things. There's not one person that is actually dealing with one specific area. You have different departments. So if it's something regarding visa application, they have that. If it's something regarding exam, there's somebody there to help you with it. If it's something regarding like transitioning or, you know, cultural transitioning, there's somebody there to help you. So the whole process using a recruiting company can be beneficial because they have all the resources that they can use to help you to get into the US without you even doing 10 things that you would consider to be like, you know, very significant or very hard while you would be doing it on your own. Ensure that you have a recruiting company because they can help out with different things while you independently will be trying to, you know, get information regarding where you can find a job, visa application, applying for, you know, certain things. Remember, the recruiting company have different departments that deals with different things, and so they are better equipped to serve you in that aspect where you're trying to transition to the US. They will be able to help you with the whole cultural transition or adaptation, different ways of adjusting to the healthcare system, help you get familiarized with like policies, procedures, your background check as well, try to get your social security, your immigration paperwork, whatever it is that they offer, they will assist with that. Doing my independent research and trying to find all of that money to pay for things back in 2013, 2014, thereabout, I don't think I would be able to leave in 2016 and work here in the US as a nurse because it takes a lot. It's a lot of preparation, and if you don't have the necessary information, if you don't have somebody to guide you, if you don't have the resources including money, then that can be disheartening for you. Hence, I would suggest find a recruiting company, find one that is very, you know, going to be very beneficial to you. And as I say, I will tell you about my company that I use to transition to.